Hello, this is Sztygrys and I wanted to show you the review of a game from IGLO. The black player is zefciu, white is bavalance. Let's see what happened. Zefciu likes to open with the high Chinese opening. This is not very popular opening now, but it is still great. If you want to fight, if you want to create something bigger, like some big moyo. This is Joseki. Usually black adds a move, like this or like this. If we don't add the move, there is a cut. And in this situation, white could go for the cut immediately. This is very big. It maybe not. It maybe does not look so terrible for black, but it is very big. Unfortunately for black, we cannot go like this because we will just die, more or less. So black needs to play from this side, and we can just capture the stone, like something like this. And now it still doesn't look terrible for black, but it is okay for white also. It is very big to play this. In the game, white played elsewhere, also a big move, but we should remember this cut. This cut is important in this Joseki. We have another Joseki, which is fine, but black should make the exchange. We will be talking a lot about the Sente exchanges in this game, because there were a lot of them, and some were good, some were bad. In this case, this is a good Sente exchange. And why is it good? First, we will never play from this side. So we only have one real option. And moreover, if we don't play this now, we play somewhere else, white will play this, which is very big. It not only create some more potential on the bottom, also put pressure on the group on the right. So it is a very important move regarding to shape. So black should play the Atari, and black did not, which was a mistake. White also should play here. This is huge. White decided to go to the left side, and this is the strange way to approach the corner. If we have the komoku here, it is much more common to go into the corner, for example, like this or like this. Maybe white was afraid about of this stone, and this stone will surely make black fight for black easier. But still, it is better to go in from the side that has more space. There will be some fight, but white will manage somehow. For example, like this. This is alright for white. There is also a new move that was suggested by some computer programs. It is this one. And in this case, it is also possible. If black play like this, we can just play from this side, and we will take the left side as white wanted, but in a bit better shape, like this, and something like this. In this variation, you should always be aware of this possibility of cut. But if we have the ladder, this variation is good for white. And do we have the ladder? This is a good question. It turns out we have. But what if black make the Sente exchange? We should remember that this is a good ladder breaker if it works. And now we read, and the ladder works. So we can play like this. It works for white. It is not an easy ladder. I recommend you to read it yourself. Anyway, those are the ways to approach the corner, and this is too easy for black because black will just take the whole corner. It is too easy for black. And then white made the enclosure. Maybe the thought is that we have enclosure and already have the extension, and black has the enclosure also, but doesn't have the extension, so it is good for white. But the D13 stone is much too close to the black enclosure. If it was like this, it would be okay, it would be normal, but here white is very close, so it is easy for black to attack the stone, and this is what black did. This is good. Black made the Hasami. White needs to take care of the stone, but first we take the base of black stone. It is normal. White made a peep. The peep is the next example of the Sente exchange, and in this case it is all right. Why is it all right? This is all right because we make black stones heavier, and again we will not play, or almost for sure we will not play from this side, because the upper side is more important. We have a weak stone there, so we want to support it. And moreover, if we don't do it immediately, later maybe black will answer differently. For example, if something like this happens and we try to make the peep, maybe black will answer differently, like this or like this, whatever. So we want to do this now. The most important thing in this exchange is to not to get too attached to the stone. It is not important for us. We don't want to rescue it if it will be under attack. It is only a tool to make black heavier and maybe help a little this stone a little. So white jumped. And this is a bit strange because the fight is between those two groups, and we should play moves where the fight is happening, and fight is happening lower. So maybe this move would be more appropriate in the situation, because we want to have a race with black, and if we want to have a race, we need to be fairly close to it. This is much more severe. White played this, which is a bit too easy, and black tried to make some base. Now we see that white tries to rescue the stone, and this is not a good thinking. This is a stone that already have done its purpose. It is used already, so we don't need to rescue it. It would be much more normal to just maybe jump away. Some disconnecting can also be played, but probably white would just go into the center and be safe. In the game, white played like this and black tried to connect. Now white was able to cut black, but the shape is not really great with this stone. With these stones. I thought that this is the good move, but it turns out white can cut, so it is too risky. But the move that should be played is this one. This is not so severe, but still good. Black is pushing on white and making them run away. In the game, black played this exchange first, this one for two, and this is the first example of the bad Sente exchange. Why is it bad? Because maybe in the future we will want to play this way. So it takes our opportunity to play from this side, and I can see the future when it would be good to play from this side. And what is more important, if we don't play this exchange, white will never play like this. It would make white shape bad, and it is not very useful stone. Like this exchange is very good for black, so white will never do it. And this means we can wait. Tak? If we have some Sente exchange, but white will not play there anyway, so it is usually better to not play the exchange. If we don't play, we have always opportunity to play the exchange with e10, so there is no rush. Anyway, black played the exchange and got into the center. Now white played Atari, and it is very strange to play counter Atari, because there is some code that is not really important. It is better to connect, and black is connected to the stones on the upper side. This is normal. Now it got a bit complicated, but the whole code is really unnecessary. The only thing that happened because of this code is that black played this Sente exchange finally, and then white goes out, which is good, but black took, and this taking the stone is not really severe. It is not doing anything to the group, so it can be easy to ignore. I think that black forgot where the fight happens. Fight happens between these two groups, and this is where we should play. If we play away, white will get the upper hand in the fight, and it will be easier for white to get something in the center. So it would be much better to just play from the group that is fighting. And this is a generally good advice. When you fight, there are usually two running groups. You should play between them, because they are fighting. This is the important place to play. You want to make your stones stronger and make your opponent's stones weaker. In the game, white answered, which was also not great, but black still connected, so it all turned out okay for white. Now white made more Sente exchanges, and these exchanges are also bad. Why they are bad? Because they take our opportunity. Usually when we play the split like this, and black play like this, we almost always play Hane, because we can disconnect black stones. Like this, it is very good for white, and like this, it is also good for white. So playing like in the game made black territory sure, which is not really good. Also, there was no immediate need to play this. Like our group wants to fight, and we should play the moves that help it fight. And if somehow someday black will surround white, then we will think we will think how to make a life for this group. For now, this group is not that weak. We don't have to worry that it will die. So it is much too soon to play those bad exchanges. I think in the game white played a lot of Sente exchanges, and maybe it is a habit, and usually it is a bad thing to do, so it is a bad habit. We shouldn't make Sente exchanges, because usually they make our opponent stronger. Only when we have to, or we want to play the exchange before it is too late, then we do it. But usually we want to leave it, because there are many more possibilities to play. Still, there is fight, but we can see that white does not play between the groups, but from the other side, which is not ideal. And black just plays away. This is a big move, but still the fight is not yet done, so something should be added. Anyway, white adds more Sente exchanges, but those are also not great, because we just give territory away to black, and we were not in danger. Now white decided that it is time to maybe do something like with this group, but the attack was prepared and from far away. Like first we get some exchanges to get some strength, and then we can attack the black group. It is a good idea. In this game it is not easy to kill those stones, so we should probably consider attacking it for profit. So we don't try to kill it, but we try to get as much territory as we can from it. Usually when we attack for profit. It is very rare to attack to kill. In the game, white managed to do it. It was nice. But we can see that black helped a lot, played two moves that were totally tenuki and not related to the center group. It is like playing not in the important place, and I think this is the most important lesson for black, to think where is the important place in the game, which stones are important, especially when they are weak. Like we have weak stones here, and they don't have any support nearby, so we need to give them some support. If we play away, they will get attacked. And in the game they got attacked. They lived, but in the process white got some nice territory. We can see that. Like the points here, those are the points that white got. It is quite a lot. And now we get to the end game. In this endgame, white has advantage, but not so big to feel comfortable. There is some invasion, it doesn't work. And this is the move that looks very nice. It looks like a shape of white group. It makes sense to play there. But the continuation is bad for black, because not only white got to live, but also white got to live in Sente, as we can see. I think it was a crucial last mistake for black to let white live in Sente. It was possible to get much better result. Probably white will live, or yes, but black could get more territory in the upper side, and maybe reduce white to less points, and also to get Sente. It was possible to get Sente from this attack. Usually when we attack we want to get Sente. In the game black did not manage to do any of those things, and it was just enough for white. Like there are some moves to play, but the game is out of black's reach. In the end, white won the game. He won the game by how many? 28 points. So really a lot. I wanted to repeat the most important points of the lecture, of the review. There were many Sente exchanges, and most of them were bad. Like there was this exchange that should be played and wasn't, but also there was this exchange that was actually good, this exchange, but later many exchanges were bad. For example, this one, this exchange was very bad and unnecessary. Also exchanges on the upper side, those were not good, and more exchanges on the upper side. And I can see that white has this habit to play the exchanges, to force the opponent, and it is usually better to not force the opponent but give him choice, like two choices that are equally bad for him or her. This is the way to play. If we force him, usually we force him into a good position for him, we make him stronger. And for black, I would like to say that it is really important to see where in which area of the board we should play, and the easiest way to do it is just look for the weak groups. Like here, there are weak groups, we should play between them because it is important. But black refused even now to play the important place. And later, when white tried to attack white in the center, we did not support our stones. We just left them to die. Maybe not to die, but to suffer. And we shouldn't do this. Like, we played two moves that were not necessary. Now we could, for example, try to go like this, maybe reduce white's territory and get something, and it would be much better, and the game will be closer. Anyway, this is all from me. I hope you had fun playing, and you will have even more fun playing in the next rounds. See you next time.